Hi, I am back. Um, I really did not want to put my whole life story out there. I mean, eventually I was going to write a book just because I want to help people. But I feel like it's necessary. I want y'all to understand why my reaction to being falsely accused almost turned tragic for me. Why I lost so much hope. So, listen to my story before you throw any judgments, and then you let me know if you lived the life I lived. How would you have reacted to somebody falsely accusing you on stage, in front of other people, humiliating you and berating you and threatening you that you're not ever going to see your kids when that's all I got on this earth besides my family back home? Um, so, I grew up in Romania. I was born in 1989, July to be exact. So at that time, communism was still active in Romania. I believe communism ended in December of 1989. If you guys know the story, the president and his wife were executed publicly because they committed really heinous crimes. So I have memories as young as I must have been like 2 years old. And my whole life I've had flashbacks. They started maybe about when I was 5, 6 or so. I would get these flashbacks. I couldn't really, you're a child, you really can't comprehend. And anyway, so I remember living in this house. Across from this house was a cemetery. This lady, tall lady, skinny. She used to wear a bun on top of her head. Maybe she had grayish hair, so I'm thinking she was in her 50s. I don't know who this lady was to me. She could have been my grandma or a caregiver. I don't know. So we lived. Also remember there was train tracks by this house. The earliest memories I have is being outside naked, and she's like yelling at me. It's snow outside. I remember hiding in the cemetery across from the house because I'll be scared, and I remember hiding there at night as well. Inside the house, we had this green. It was made out of wood. It was like a storage thing. It was really big though, and on this particular day, I remember my mom arguing with this lady, and I was hiding behind there. I also have flashbacks of my mom taking it's a fire, like a fire stick. Like you move the wood. Romania, we have like wood. I don't know, heaters. People use it to cook, whatever. Uh, I remember her taking this fire stick. Fire stick. I don't know if that's what you call it, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about? The metal piece. She took this and she hit this lady, and she kept hitting her in her head, in front of me. From that, I have flashbacks of being at a funeral. I remember her smacking my hand because I wanted to eat an apple. From there, I have flashbacks of being in this train station. I'm walking with her, and she's telling me, I don't want to see your lips. Put your lips down. I'm going to cut them off. She kept saying that to me. At the time, that didn't register to me. Anyway, she sets me in this flower. It's like a flower bed in the train station in Craiova. And I have documentation to prove this. She sets me in the flower bed. The train is right there. The flower bed's like in front of the train. And she tells me that she's going to go get something to eat for us. This man comes out of the train with this woman. He has a black hat on. He had a mustache. The lady had a long dress. They were gypsies. And they take me. I remember being there. I remember this man threatening me with a knife. I remember laying in this bed, and I'm looking out the window, and there's this big, big tree. I don't know. I don't have any other memories from being there besides that. But something traumatic for sure happened to me there. And I can look back now and understand why I was the way I was growing up. So, I remember, mind you, when I was 28 years old, I found out that I was with the gypsies for 3 years, and that they put out a news cast for me, and that's how they found me. I do remember being on the train. My dad, I must have came from the gypsies at that time. I was on the train with my dad and my uncle. It was raining outside, And I remember them taking me to this orphanage. The kids, it was summertime, so the kids weren't there. And then we drove to, like, it was a camp. They left me there. I even remember what I had on. It was a jeans outfit, a skirt and a jeans jacket. Um, so we were at camp, and then I ended up back in this orphanage. The orphanage was, and I remember the name of it, Centru de Plasament Numero 2 din Arad in Romania. And it was about 100 kids, really big, like humongous. I was abused there. I was sexually abused. I remember this boy, his name was Mihai. He had these thick glasses. I even remember his breath because he would get in bed with me when I was about, at this time I went to the orphanage, I was about 6 or so. He would get in bed with me, and I don't have memories, but I'm sure something happened to me along the way. And there was this one staff that used to abuse me and beat on me, and she would let him do that. My mom would come visit me. I remember twice that she came visit me. No, 3 times. The last time I seen her, she came. She had marks on her neck. She had no shoes on. She was dirty. She was telling me how somebody tried to throw her out the balcony. And I just remember being so scared of her. But that's the last time I seen her. They threw her out the orphanage. Not threw her literally, but they told her she had to leave, and she was so upset and sad, and she was crying as she was walking away. My dad was an alcoholic. He couldn't take care of me. That's why he sent me to that orphanage. But he would come visit me. I remember maybe when I was about 7, I don't know, 8. They took me. My dad worked for the train station, and he had like an apartment, a little room. And he took me. My mom was there. That was our visit. He beat my mom in front of me. He tried to throw her out the window. I also remember my dad giving me alcohol because I remember it burned my throat. He would come to the orphanage drunk, flash his money. I was scared of him. Last time I seen him, I was hiding in the bathroom, and I have not seen him since. So mind you, they didn't come see me for 6 months, I believe, and so I was